Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a Sephora recommendation video. So it is that time of year again where Sephora gives us the 15%. Now they do sales twice a year. Around this time it's 15% and around the holiday season it is 20%. So of course we have to take advantage while they give it to us. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be talking about everything I absolutely love and adore and think you guys should know about, just in case you do want to pick it up in the sale. This is definitely a time to do so. Also, I did want to mention I do have a different background, as you guys can see, so just let me know in the comments if you guys do like this background a lot better than my last one. Also, let me know if I look a lot less washed out, and hopefully I am not echoing, but I think I might be just a tad bit. Anyway, let's just get right into the recommendations. So if you do want to see what I recommend, then just keep on watching. So the first product I'm going to be talking about is this Natasha didnt palette. Now this is the 5-pan palette in number 2. Now as you guys can see, hopefully, these shades are just really beautiful. They do have all shimmer shades. There is one matte shade right here. I find them very pigmented, very easy to blend out, very easy to blend together. I never see them looking muddy at all. They just look really gorgeous on. They last all day on my eyelids, and they do have shimmer. Now it is not like a sparkly shimmer, it is just straight up shimmer, so it is very finely milled, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. I hope you guys can see, but do you see how pigmented they are? This one I personally love because it does have this matte shade along with these shimmer shades, and that's something I really wanted because I could bring it along with me. I didn't have to bring like another palette with me. If I didn't want to, I could just bring this and I'm good to go for like the weekend or something like that. Also, as you guys can see, the pans are huge. So yes, they are a little expensive for a 5-pan palette, but you get a lot of product here. So I absolutely love them. A little goes a very long way, and I definitely think it's worth the investment. Okay, so I definitely recommend the Urban Decay primer for your eyes, and this one is the original potion. This stuff is absolutely amazing. A little goes a very long way. One of these will last you years. I still have one that I purchased about 2 years ago, and I still have it. So this is an anti-aging eye primer, so that's really good because this way it's not just a primer and it's not doing anything for you. It's actually doing something good for your eyes, and especially the eyelid. It's a very sensitive, thin area there, so you don't want to just use an eye primer or nothing at all. You definitely want to take care of that eye area. So this one is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. Every time I do my eyes, I use this. A little goes a very long way, and honestly, it's just amazing. It makes your eyeshadows last all day. It works with any kind of eyeshadow, and I just absolutely love it, so I definitely recommend it. I would never be without this stuff because it's just simply amazing. So I'm going to be talking about 2 primers. Now, if you guys are into primers, these 2 are just absolutely amazing. This one is the Makeup Forever Step 1, and this is the Smoothing Primer, and then this one is the Hourglass Veil, and this is the Mineral Primer. Now, both of these are just absolutely amazing. I usually use the Step 1 with this one, and I also use this on top of other primers as well. This one is just really good for smoothing the skin over. If you have any pores or any texture or anything going on, this stuff is absolutely amazing. It will just fill everything right in, and it does last all day, and a little of this goes a very long way as well. I personally love to use this on my forehead, my nose, and on my cheekbone. That's where I get a lot more texture and pores and things like that going on. So this stuff is just really worth it, especially if you have bigger pores or texture, or you just want like a flawless canvas. This is definitely the one for you. And then the Hourglass Primer, this stuff is really good. This will make your makeup last all day long. It just makes everything look really flawless. I could be in 100-degree weather and use this, and my foundation will just last all day long. This stuff is something like if you are going to a special occasion, or if you're going to work, or you just want your makeup to look flawless all day long, this is the primer that you would want to use. This is one primer I will never be without, and I've talked about this in my past recommendation videos. I've also talked about it in other videos. This stuff is just one of my holy grails. I love this stuff. It is a little more pricey for a primer, but this will last a really long time because I do sometimes get the smaller version, and even that lasts me months. I also feel like this smooths my skin out a little bit, so I really like that about this primer as well. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about 2 bronzers. Both of these are really nice. One is going to be more for like lighter skin tones, while the other one could be for any skin tone. So this is the one by Tom Ford, and this one is in Terror number 2. So this is the one that I bought last time when they had the 20%, and this is the smaller version. So they do have a smaller one like this, and they also have a bigger version, which I think the smaller version is just fine because because it lasts you a really long time. So as you guys can see, it's just a really beautiful bronzer. It is really light. So I only really use this when I don't self-tan, like when the self-tanner is wearing off, or if I don't self-tan at all. Because when I do self-tan, like right now, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm not super tan, but I am somewhat tan, and it's going to be really difficult to see it. So this one is definitely for lighter skin tones. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is definitely beautiful. It just gives you the perfect bronzy look to you. It goes on very smooth and it just looks really nice on. It doesn't have any orange undertone to it, any red undertone. It just looks really beautiful. And then I am also going to be talking about this Marc Jacobs, and I believe this one is in Omega Bronze. Now this one is really nice and I'm actually using that today. Do you guys see that? It's just really gorgeous. It is a little deeper, of course, and it is really smooth. It's smooth in texture. It just glides over your skin really nicely. Again, this one doesn't go towards like the orange or red undertones. It's just like a very nice, neutral, beautiful bronzer. So I absolutely love this. It just looks really nice. They do have a bigger version of this. This one is just the smaller version. So this one will last you a really long time because I do use this a lot, and it looks like I still have some nice product there, you know what I mean? And I think this will just look really beautiful as summer approaches. As you guys can see, if you guys have like a tan, this one, it will be just perfect for you. Or if you self tan, it's just like really gorgeous. Do you guys see that? So beautiful. So I'm going to be talking about foundations. Now one is a foundation and one is a CC cream. Now this one is by IT Cosmetics and this is the CC cream. This stuff is really nice. This is anti-aging hydrating serum, and this one I believe is in medium. Yes, it's in medium. So I can get away with a medium when I'm self-tanning, or when my self-tanner is fading, I can get away with it. So as you guys can see, that's what it looks like, and when it blends out, it just looks really nice and natural looking. It feels really good on the skin. It actually feels like my skin, but it just feels like a lot better. So as you guys can see, it just looks really nice. It just gives you a little something extra. So this is anti-aging. It's also color correcting. So this is good for your skin. It has anti-aging benefits in it, which I absolutely love. I don't find this creasing or separating throughout the day. And when I do use this, I do put a primer underneath, and then I just put this on, and then maybe like a blush or a bronzer, and you're good to go. And you can't even tell you have anything on. So this stuff is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. A little goes a very long way with this stuff as well. Nothing looks cakey. Nothing looks like you have tons of layers of makeup on. It just looks nice and natural looking, and that's another reason why I absolutely love this stuff. And now we're gonna go from natural looking to a little more full coverage. So this is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. This is actually the second one that I have purchased because I absolutely love it. I went through my first one and I just repurchased it. So this stuff is just really good. It just comes up like this. So it is a foundation stick. I usually just stripe it on my face, a little on my neck, and then blend it out with my Artiste brush. Now this is a little more full coverage. So if you are looking for a little more full coverage, this is definitely one that you would want to look into. I don't find this drying on my skin at all, and I do have dry skin, and sometimes I do use this with oils, like I just blend it in with oils, so it just looks really nice that way. So if you thought it was a little too much or a little too dry, and you can use a facial oil, and I don't find any problems with it. It does last throughout the day. I have wore this from early in the morning to really late at night. I'm talking about almost midnight, and I put this on at like 6, 7 in the morning, and it just looks really nice and fresh looking. I never had to touch up throughout the day. People thought I touched up and I never did. It doesn't separate. It is sweat proof. It is long wearing. So I definitely recommend this if you are into full coverage foundations. This is actually what I'm using on my face today. I just find that it covers anything up. So if you have any blemishes, any freckles, any texture, anything that you want to cover up, this is definitely something that you might want to look into because it does cover all that up and then some. It covers up my freckles really nicely. You hardly can see anything. It's just really good. I absolutely love it, and I feel like this is something that you're either gonna really love or really hate, because I've heard people love it and I heard people don't like it so much. Personally, I am one of those people that just absolutely love it, and like I said, I have dry skin. I don't find any issues with it. It doesn't settle into any of my fine lines or anything like that. So if you are having issues with that, maybe try a facial oil, but this is definitely one I would recommend. I would use on my clients as well. It's just that good. Okay, so I have 3 blushes blushes that I absolutely love and I use all the time. So this one is by Burberry, and this is number 2, Light Glow, and this is Natural Blush. So this just looks really nice. It is more of a natural mauve color. I find that it looks really nice with any look. I hope you guys can see that. But it is very buildable as well, so if you thought it was a little too sheer, you can build it up a little bit. It just looks really nice built up, and you can't go too heavy with this. It is really soft and pigmented. I do like how natural it could be, and then if you do build it up, I do like that look as well if you wanted a little more pigment to it. It's just a beautiful mauve color. It looks really nice on basically anybody, any skin tone, and it just looks really nice with any eye look as well. So I absolutely love this one. I also love this Marc Jacobs, and this is Air Blush, and this one is in Lines and Last Night. This one is the highlighter, and then this one is the blush, and you can mix them together is what I do. I also just kind of use the blush sometimes. So that is what it looks like with both of them mixed together, and then by itself, this is what it looks like. So it is a little more pigmented. Do you see that? So it is a little more pigmented when you use the blush by itself, but if you swirl them together, it just creates a really beautiful peachy look. I just absolutely love this. It is a big pan, as you guys can tell. I probably will never go through this, and if I do, it's gonna be years to come, but you do get a lot of products for your money. So I never have to reapply it. It just looks really nice on. I find that it's very easy to blend in. It's very smooth to the touch. It's very smooth on your skin. It just blends out really nicely. And I kind of feel like you get 3 blushes in one palette for the price tag, because you do get the highlighter, you do get the blush, and when you swirl it together, you do get another shade. So I feel like you get 3 looks in one palette. So I just absolutely love this stuff. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is the Clinique, and this is in Melon Pop number 8. So it's just a really beautiful peachy color, as you guys can see. It is more of a lighter shade, but I just absolutely love it. It is very buildable, but it's just like a wash of color. So on those days where I just want a little pop of color on my cheekbones, I'll reach for this. This is a very nice universal shade. It just looks really nice on. I just absolutely love how it looks. You can layer it a little bit, so you can get a little more of a pop of color going on. Do you guys see that? This is also nice if you wanted to layer it over another blush or another highlighter. Like, this just looks really, really good. So I just absolutely love this. I definitely will be picking more up. I might even use the sale to do so. Okay, so I'm gonna be talking about these 2 eyeshadows. Now, these are by Makeup Forever, and these last on your eyelids for a really long time. They are just the perfect eyeshadows. They are very creamy, they are pigmented, and I just absolutely love how they look and how they last. And these 2 are in the shade ME50 and S52. So I will link that down below, because I'm not really sure what the names of them are, but that's what it's called. So as you guys can see, they are just really pigmented. Now this one is a little more of a bronzy look, while this one is more of like a neutral color. Hopefully you guys can see it better, but this one I will just put on my eyelids, and that will just give me a little more pop of color. And this one is just a really beautiful bronzy color, so you could put this in your crease or the outer portion of your eye, or even on your eyelid, and then just smoke it out a little bit. It just looks really nice. Once you do put this on your eyes, they do last a really long time. They don't budge, they don't smudge, they don't crease, they don't budge. They just stay put. So that's something I really like about these. They come in so many different shades, and they are just really creamy, so they are not harsh on your eyelids. They're just very easy to blend out. They are very smooth and creamy, as you guys can see. Like, I'm barely touching, and you get a lot of pigment. I just think these are really nice, because it's really hard to find an eyeshadow stick that lasts, that wear really nicely, that doesn't crease, that doesn't budge, doesn't smudge, and that doesn't tug and pull on your eyelids. So these are ones that don't. So if you did want a really good powder that makes you look like you have no pores and doesn't make you look cakey and doesn't interrupt your other makeup, this one is perfect, and it's by It Cosmetics, and this is the Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. Now, I absolutely love this as a finishing powder, or even for underneath my eyes. This is just really good. It is a white translucent powder, so you can't see anything when it blends out, but it is a really good powder to set the rest of your makeup with. It's something that you won't get flashback with. It also just covers up any like pores going on, so you can't even tell you have any pores or texture or anything like that. So I do have a few lipsticks. I am just going to go over them really quickly. So the Marc Jacobs lip glosses, they are absolutely gorgeous on. They just look really nice and shiny and vibrant on your lips. Also, they just look really glossy on. They are not tacky. They are not sticky. I've talked about these so many times. I just absolutely love this stuff. I definitely am going to be picking some up in the sale, and they do come with kits now. I saw 2 kits, so I'll link those down below for you guys, because if you can get them in kits, it's actually a better value. But these are just really good, and I do like to put them in the middle of my lips because it just makes my lips look a little bigger as well. So these are really good, and this one is in Love Buzz. This is like my absolutely favorite. I do have another one, but this one is just gorgeous on. I gotta say, this just makes your lip color pop a little bit more. It just transforms your lip color. It just gives you something extra to your lips that was lacking, and it just looks really nice. I just absolutely love this one. So of course the Buxom lip glosses. Now this one is in Bellini and this one is in White Russian. Both of these are just really beautiful. This one is more of a peachy color, the Bellini, and then the White Russian is more of a nude color. So I do like both of them equally. So I don't know about the plumping effect on either one of these. I don't feel like it plumps my lips up at all, but it does have a little minty feel to it. Also, it does have like a little tingling sensation going on, but it doesn't hurt my lips, you know what I mean? It just feels really nice on, and you can layer these with any lipstick or any lip liner, and it just looks really nice. So I'm going to talk about the Urban Decay, and this one is in Comfort Matte, and this one is 1993. This is what I'm wearing today. It's just a really beautiful color. It is more of a brownie color. I do layer this over a lip liner, and sometimes I do put a lip gloss over it. It just looks really nice either way, and I do use the lip liner so this doesn't travel outside my lip line in any way. It's a really nice comfort matte. It really is. Like, I don't find it drying in any way. It doesn't dry my lips out. It doesn't feel really harsh on my lips. I feel like I can talk normally with this. Like, I have a regular lipstick on. The pigmentation is really nice on it. It does last all day, and you can layer it, so if it fades anywhere, you can just layer it. You don't have to take it off completely, and it still looks really good. So I definitely would recommend this one in particular because I do really like this one, and this one is in 1993. Of course, not everybody likes like more of a brownish look, but if you do, this one will definitely be right up your alley. And I also recommend the Marc Jacobs, and this is Slow Burn. This just is a really nice natural mauve nude. It just looks really beautiful on. You can wear this with any look. It just looks really nice. It looks like your lip color but better. So I absolutely love this. It does stay all day. It is very pigmented. It is very creamy and smooth on the lips, and it glides right over your lips. It doesn't tug. It doesn't pull. It's just really nice. So this is just one of my favorite colors from Marc Jacobs, and this one is in Slow Burn. And then this one is the Burberry, and this is the liquid lipstick, and this is in Frown. Now this is a really beautiful nudie color. I wore this actually this past weekend to IMATS. I absolutely loved it. It was very comfortable on. It didn't dry my lips out. It didn't cake. It didn't flake. It didn't make my lips feel tight or harsh in any way, and it didn't settle into any of my fine lines on my lips. So I definitely would recommend this color in particular because it's just a really beautiful color. It just looks really beautiful on, and it's gonna look different on everybody. Also, when it does fade, it doesn't fade weirdly in odd spots. You know, it just fades a little bit very nicely, and then you can reapply. You don't have to take the whole thing off. You can layer this because it is very thin. It's a very thin formula, and it's just a really gorgeous color. Okay, so I am going to mention the Shiseido facial pads. These are absolutely amazing. They are super soft, and they don't leave any cotton left behind. Like when you take your makeup off, or if you put your skincare on, they don't leave any cotton behind, so it's absolutely amazing. And this is what they look like, and now they are pretty big for cotton pads, so I usually cut them in 4s, and they just last a lot longer that way. These are kind of thick, as you guys can see, and it really does soak up a lot of product. So if you are using this with skincare, you only need the tiniest bit of this. So I absolutely love these. So this is the big pack. It is a little bit more money for facial pads because I know you can get them at the dollar store, but these are so much better because those shed like there's no tomorrow, versus this where it doesn't leave anything behind, and they are super soft. So I feel like it's definitely worth the money that way. You will probably go through less of these versus like a drugstore one where yes, they are cheaper in the beginning, but in the long run you actually spend more, you know. So this is actually from a few months ago when the 20% came along. I have been using this and I still have a lot left, so I would have to say they are definitely worth it because they last a really long time, especially when you cut them in 4s or 2s or however you want to do it. So I will be picking up maybe a few more of these just to last me, but I'll probably just pick up like 1 or 2 because like I said, these last a really long time, but they are absolutely amazing. They are definitely worth the hype, and yeah, I just love them. I can't live without these. So that is all my recommendations. I gotta tell you guys, I am so excited for the sale. I do have a wish list. I don't know if I'll do a video on it, but I might link everything down below. I'm not really sure. So if I do a video on it, it will go up Monday, so definitely stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I'll just link it down below for you guys. So I am really excited for the sale because it is twice a year and we do get 15% off, and Sephora never does sales. It's only twice a year. So I am going to pick up a few things. I'm not going to go super crazy. I'm trying to be good with the purchasing of makeup and everything, but we will see how it goes because I have a soft spot for Sephora. So let me know in the comments what you guys have on your wish list and if you guys are going to participate in the sale. And that is pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did like this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Please come join a little YouTube family here. We'll love to have you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.